are back on Get Up and looking ahead to Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight. Injury concerns for the Heat. Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo both listed as doubtful. Dragic dealing with a plantar fascia tear in his left foot. Bam with a neck strain. Let's hear from the stars ahead of Game 2.
No matter who's in the lineup, no matter what the name is, you have to approach it like they all can beat you, as a unit. And as individuals, they're on the floor for a reason. So we understand that we will have a game plan no matter who's out on the floor.
Nobody picked us to be here, but we know that we can win. We do. But we know that we got to play perfect, man. So coming into Game 2, all the adversity, backs against the wall, yada, 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 we're going to win.
We're going to win, he says. Here's the one and only Jalen Rose. Jay, a lot to get to this morning. Let's start there. What do you think of Butler saying we're going to win?
Well, I want to first make sure that I continue to do this during the NBA Finals. Give the Miami Heat credit to making it to this point, okay? They're not a team full of lottery picks like the Boston Celtics. They're not the Milwaukee Bucks that have the back-to-back reigning MVP in Giannis Antetokounmpo. But they are severely outmatched in this series, Greeny. And there's a reason in boxing that there's weight classes. The Los Angeles Lakers are heavyweights. If you look at LeBron James, his physical stature is the exact same as Bam Adebayo. He plays center for the Heat. And LeBron also plays with Anthony Davis, who's 6'10" and had 38 points, and Dwight Howard, who they put back into the starting lineup and has been hanging on the rim with two hands a lot in these finals. So they're just overmatched. So I appreciate Jimmy's courage because he knows they're shorthanded. No Goran Dragic. We talk about LeBron James' age. That's how old Goran Dragic is. Imagine the start of this season, I would have told you the team that made the East, that won the East, their leading scorer would be Goran Dragic. Not Joel Embiid, not Ben Simmons. Okay, so the Heat turned the East upside down to be in this point. But they're overmatched against the Los Angeles Lakers. Bam is dealing with an injury. I don't think Goran Dragic is going to play more in this series. In my opinion, they'd be lucky to win a game. And I still want to give them credit for making it to this point.
Yes, that's your preface there sounded a little bit like the with all due respect. You can say anything after with all due respect. We can say anything after the Heat. I give them all the credit in the world for being at this point, but they're going to get swept. Okay, let's get on to the next order of business, Jalen, because this set everything on fire yesterday. Kyrie Irving on Kevin Durant's podcast yesterday talking about how excited he is to be playing with KD because of the last shot situation. Just listen.
One thing I've always been comfortable with is, I felt like I was the best option on every team I played for, down the stretch. This is the first time in my career where I could look down and be like, that can make that shot too. Not that I didn't say I didn't have the trust in my teammates, but I felt like I was option. And now, 10 seconds down, go ahead, K, get us a bucket. I don't care.
So everyone in the world went crazy on that because they assumed that was a shot at LeBron James. Kyrie heard some of that and went on Twitter yesterday to respond.
Why must it always be brother against brother? Why? If I'm addressing anyone, I'll say their name. Come on, y'all. Don't listen to the false narratives. Let people live their lives.
So Kyrie says it's a false narrative. What does Jalen Rose say?
So, Greeny, while you were doing radio for 20 years and making the Hall of Fame with Mike and Mike, I was the first former athlete to have his own podcast. Look at the background behind me. You see Magic and Zeke. You see Aaliyah. You see Marvin Gaye. It's designed to put you in a relaxed atmosphere that so many people were going for starting shows when they say they want barbershop talk. You just said this was on Kevin Durant's podcast. So what happens is when you're in that atmosphere, at first it becomes an interview, and then it becomes locker room talk. And then you start to feel confident about what you've accomplished. And I call this competitive jealousy. They're watching the NBA Finals, and they're like, wait a minute, LeBron didn't lose to the Clippers like KD predicted. Wait a minute, Kyrie's like, he about to win a championship with Anthony Davis. And now it reminds me, Greeny, of when Shaq and the late, great Kobe Bryant broke up. Shaq really valued that ring in Miami. When Kobe got his without Shaq, he really valued those two, if not more than the ones they got together. And that's what's going to happen with KD. leaving the Warriors. He's going to really validate himself if he wins it with the Nets. Same with Kyrie, leaving LeBron. So now they team up with the Nets, and that's why this time next year, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Los Angeles Lakers will be facing the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA Finals. And we're going to be having this exact same conversation about these guys trying to win championships without their previous situations.
Now, that is so good. But let me ask you this, because there was also, we don't have time to play it here, but most people have probably heard about it. KD and Kyrie had some comments about whether Steve Nash is even really going to be their head coach, and they're going to do it sort of in tandem and all the rest of that. So you're telling me you think it's going to work big. They are going to be really good next year, and they're going to win the Eastern Conference.
The Eastern Conference, other than when Michael Jordan oversaw it and won his 6 championships, other than when LeBron James oversaw it and won the East 9 straight times, it's been a revolving door. We saw Kawhi go to Toronto and win the championship in 1 year. We see Jimmy Butler join the Heat and make it to the finals in 1 year. It's a revolving door. A healthy KD is one of the top 2 players in the league. It just so happens that we forget that he was standing there holding 2 finals MVPs trophies not too long ago when he got injured. He's going to be back in the East, playing with Kyrie Irving. If they're healthy, they're winning the East, and we'll be facing potentially LeBron James in the finals. That's what I'm anticipating.
I love it. Rostradamus, mark it down right now. Nets, Lakers next year. Jalen, you are the best, and we will see you tonight. Now playing on ESPN, Jalen and Company's got the